With the conclusion of My Hero Academia Season 4, I wanted to make a quick celebration of this wonderful season by doing a top 10 moments of My Hero Academia Season 4. This list will be a mix of fights and character moments that took place within this season. Joining me today will be a good friend, Mr.Energy. Make sure to check out his channel, link for it will be down in the description below. If you liked the video, make sure to United States smash the subscribe button. Turn on the bell notification so you never miss another upload. Detroit smash the like button, share, and comment down your favorite moment of Season 4. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. We are kicking off the list with the events of the remedial course arc. I break down this arc in a video over on Mr.Energy's channel. Make sure to check it out. But in this moment, Bakugo, Todoroki, Inasa, and Kami are attempting to retake their hero license exam. Our heroes are tasked with watching over a class of primary school kids. These kids become too much for their teacher to handle, and the task to get the kids in line was given to our aspiring heroes. The kids try attacking our aspiring heroes with their pretty strong quirks. Our heroes end up turning the situation around by creating a winter wonderland for the kids to play in. Under the leadership of Bakugo, Todoroki with his ice uses the kids' attack to make a giant ice slide. Kami uses her quirk to turn the room into a night sky with northern lights to finish off the winter wonderland setting. And Inasa uses his wind to safely move the kids around the room. While this moment isn't the biggest in the long run, it's a good example of how much Bakugo and Todoroki have improved as heroes, as Bakugo was more considerate of the kids' feeling, as he didn't want them to feel inferior, and Todoroki learns of his mistakes during the provisional license exam. All in all, it's a very heartfelt moment with good character development.
Now, I'm sure with every story or every anime we like to put ourselves through sadness. Yes, it's cruel, of course, I know, but as humans we like to feel lots of different emotions. My two favourites whenever I'm watching certain pieces of media is either fear or sadness, and with this scene in Season 4, I'm sure some of us were really fucking sad, and maybe some of you weirdos out there might have been happy, but anyway, the death of Sir Night Eye. The death of Night Eye in My Hero Academia Season 4 was most certainly a sad one that we kinda expected as soon as we seen that skinny ass take a whole spiked rock through his stomach, and even then he was still as stubborn as ever. It was the first time in the series that we had seen a main member of the cast bite the dusto, so to speak, and to be honest, it most certainly was one of the most sad moments in the series for sure. In that scene alone, there was so much to pick up on that torn us all up, whether it be All Might and Deku trying to hold in their tears, Lemillion storming in to say his last goodbyes to his sir, and even the soothing words of Night Eye telling Mirio that he's going to be a fine hero one day. No ass pulls, no miracles, no happy ending. After that moment, Night Eye had officially passed. While I myself don't get upset at these things, that shit fucking hit me hard, bro. It was something that was extremely well adapted from the manga to the anime, and I honestly couldn't be more impressed with how the impact was set perfectly and the scene was delivered with perfect voice acting to boot. It was fantastic, and I don't think I can thank Bones enough for giving that scene the justice it deserved.
The first Kirishima moment on the list, and it's certainly not the last one. While on the internship with Fat Gum and Tamaki, they run into a group of thugs. While they take care of most of them, the last one shoots a quirk destroying bullet at Tamaki, erasing his quirk, and another at Kirishima. But luckily the bullet bounced off Kirishima's hardened skin. Seeing this, the thug runs away, and Kirishima pursues after him, cornering him in an alleyway. Kirishima overpowered him, and tried to talk some sense into him, until the thug pulled out a quirk boosting drug and used it on himself and was able to break away from Kirishima and was powerful enough to cut Kirishima's hardening. Kirishima, realizing how dangerous this villain would be if he made it onto the streets, he had to end the situation right there. Kirishima debuts his new form, Red Riot Unbreakable. This form is from the result of All Might telling Kirishima to not worry about being flashy, but to be a bulldozer. I really enjoyed this moment. Kirishima finally lives up to being the ultimate indestructible wall, and his look is very menacing. If I saw this face, I would run away as fast as I could, probably back to my mom. Kirishima looks great in this scene. This moment made a lot of believers in Kirishima, and I am certainly one of them. Also in dub, Kirishima's voice gets really deep when he's in his unbreakable form. All in all, this was the first big highlight of Season 4, and a great way to show what big things are gonna happen with Season 4.
Now, when it comes to the Culture Festival, I'm sure there's two moments that you're wanting me to talk about, both, funnily enough, being smiles, and those are the smiles of Kyokajiro and Eri. Again, much like what I said about the death of Night Eye, these scenes had a lot of impact on the fans of the series. Some of the Meathead fans, however, not so much, I guess. I can understand some of the complaints that came with this arc. Trust me, I can. But listen, you have to think about it this way. It was simply the calm before the storm, and I couldn't have asked for a better mini arc to give us a breather than the Cultural Festival. As I said, much like the Night Eye death segment we talked about, this scene was very emotional for some of us. We saw Jiro explore her past a little bit and break out of this shell of shyness she had created for herself over time, and of course we got to see the famous Eri smile after a long, painful process of being experimented on by the Shie Hisakai. She of course had forgotten to smile, but after that spectacular show put on by 1A, she could finally be reminded that she's free from all the hard times now, and the only option left now is to look forward with a smile on her face. The animation for this piece of the story was again fantastic, and even got its main theme sang by Chrissy Costanza. I'm sure some of you are familiar with her voice from the music video for the World's 2019 Championship for League of Legends. It was an extremely well done scene that deserves all the attention it can get, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too.
Mirio vs. Overhaul. One of the most epic but heartbreaking episodes. Mirio takes the spotlight as he shows us why he's the closest thing to #1 hero. He catches back up to Overhaul. He manages to get Eri back, but this part gave off the feeling like everything's gonna be okay. Eri is within the safe hands of Mirio, but it won't be that easy as Mirio has to fight his way out. But Mirio was an absolute savage as he was bodying Overhaul. But seeing how unstoppable he is, the villain shoot at Eri with the quirk destroying bullet, causing Mirio to jump in the way. My heart sank as Mirio lost his quirk. I was left speechless. Blood, sweat, and tears poured into wanting to be a hero, all taken away in an instant. But seeing Mirio get back up to continue the fight executes the theme of fighting against odds that My Hero Academia has perfected. Everything he has done has not gone to waste. He is still Lemillion. The music plays as we see panels of Mirio still fighting, slowly but surely seeing more battle scars appear. But Mirio won't give up. He will save Eri. Quirk or no quirk. Honestly, the first time watching this scene, I teared up a bit. The entire episode tugged at the heartstrings as we see Mirio trying to atone for his mistake of not saving Eri the first time they met. This episode is definitely one that makes your eyes watery.
Now, I don't think I can really speak much on this scene other than basically suck it off, because in my opinion this was one of the most underrated scenes in this season, and that scene is Tamaki Amajiki versus 3 of the Shihei Hisaikai's 8 bullets. This scene just goes to show why the big 3 of UA have their status, and when it comes to Tamaki and when we first seen him show up in the story, I'm sure you and I were thinking the same thing. How is this introverted scaredy cat a member of UA's elite group of students? And this scene alone gave you that exact answer you were looking for to that question. Tamaki was also a character, much like Jiro in my last segment, that broke out of his shell in this fight. He was clouded in self-doubt and fear that mid-fight he didn't feel like he could go on, but the memories of Mirio being there for him to guide him was what helped him out with pushing through and getting the job done. I also really enjoyed this fight because, in my opinion, Amajiki's quirk is easily one of the coolest out there in the world of My Hero Academia. It's a pretty original concept that was perfectly explored in this fight, and the animation alone is what just made this fight like the cherry on top of the cake for an amazing scene. And with certain things happening in the manga right now and Tamaki being present, I'm looking forward to see what he has in store for us soon in the future.
Deku vs. Jintu Kirimino. Oh man, what a great moment. Before this fight, we see Deku obtaining a new support item, the Air Force gloves, and oh man does Deku spam these in the best way possible. Deku uses these gloves for the first time as he's upside down in midair and knocks Jinto out of the sky. Seeing Deku upside down in the air was awesome, and the way he was pointing his finger gave off huge Yusuke vibes. You do not want to be on the other side of that finger. We see how intelligent Deku is as he uses Gentle's air trampolines to get closer to Gentle. Deku's intelligence is one thing that gets downplayed when people review him as a character. We get the backstory of Gentle as a guy who wanted to be a hero, but was unfortunately denied, along with trying to do the right thing by being a hero, ruining his life. We also get to see the backstory of Labrava, as when she was in a completely isolated and dark place in her life, the person to help her out of that place was Gentle, and she returns a favor as the duo used their secret weapon, Lover Mode. This fight is incredible as Deku and Gentle duke it out in a very beautifully animated fight. Studio Bones outdid themselves on this one. Deku wins the battle, but it doesn't feel like it because we just feel bad for Gentle. He's not really a bad guy, and it's just a guy who was dealt a bad hand in life. We feel bad for Labrava because Gentle is her hero, her life, her love. They shared her dream together, and that was just shut down. This moment made Gentle and Labrava some of my favorite villains within My Hero Academia.
Now, this fight, or just this scene in general, is easily in my top 3 moments of this season, and that is Kirishima and Fat Gum versus Rappa. I think in this little segment I kinda want to focus on not only the fight, but Kirishima's backstory as well, because it's honestly what makes him one of the best written characters, in my opinion. I think, just in my opinion, Kirishima has always been an extremely relatable character, and after we learned of his past and his goals as a hero, he just wants to prove to people that he isn't scared. He's always looked up to strong heroes like Crimson Riot and Fourth Kind because they symbolise everything he wants to be, and that is strong. He's always told himself that he isn't enough, he'll never stand out. He's constantly told himself that he is weak, and even looked up to Mina at one point as a source of strength. And in that one moment, in the fight with Rappa, Kirishima had actually managed to break through his doubts and push forward much like his senpai Tamaki did in the fight before him. The fight itself was extremely well animated with Yuki Hayashi, and the amount of emotion put in both the dub and the sub was absolutely fantastic. This fight and backstory was definitely something that had me hooked on Kirishima for a while and made me an eternal Kirishima fan for sure.
Deku versus Overhaul, the fight that took the internet by storm. Overhaul fusing with Nemoto was one of the best things in the season. This fusion ability made Overhaul look like an absolute monster. It made Overhaul one of my favorite quirks in the series. Then we get to see Deku unleash the Manchester Smash. And for those people out there, no, it's not named after Manchester in the UK, it's named after Manchester, Massachusetts in the US. Overhaul then uses Nemoto's quirk to force Eri to tell the truth that she doesn't think Deku will defeat Overhaul, that he will die trying to save her. It broke my heart hearing Eri say that. As much as she wants them to take her away from Overhaul, she doesn't think that they will be able to, and that they will die trying to rescue her. When Deku was jumping up, reaching for Eri, and Might plus EU started playing, it was pulling at the heartstrings. It was such a great moment, and it was a moment that people really enjoyed, and still enjoy to this day. Overhaul turning into a huge kaiju was epic, and Deku securing Eri to his back with Mirio's cape was a nice touch on this fantastic scene. This was really cool because it gave off the sense that even though Mirio was down and out, he's still there in spirit. And then we get it. One for all, full cowling, 100%. And this fight was jaw dropping. The animation was movie quality. One of the most beautiful episodes in the entire series. From the initial kick into the air, from the rapid strikes that Overhaul sends out, all the way to the final strike. The animation never missed. You felt the feelings of Deku. The anger in his voice scared me. I was terrified by how threatening Deku was in this scene. Watching this fight, you were just jumping up and down, or just left jaw on the floor. Not only one of the best moments in season 4, but one of the best moments in the entire series.
And last but certainly not fucking least, at our number 1 spot is Endeavour versus the high-end Nomu Hood. Holy shit, this was a spectacle to experience. I was actually in Discord with Jet when it aired, so us and a few others decided to watch it, and we couldn't stop going crazy, as you've probably seen in his reaction video already. But anyway, let's talk about this fucking masterpiece of an episode real quick. I'd like to just start by saying that Endeavour is my favourite character and my hero, so this may be my bias talking for most of this, but yeah. Anyway, this is the first time in the story we've seen Endeavour take full advantage of his #1 spot on the Japanese Billboard chart. He felt slightly insecure being in this position, constantly asking himself what is a symbol, and didn't even know if he could achieve what All Might could. He was trying his best to do whatever he could as this new symbol, and with the fight against Hood, he was finally able to deliver what he wanted to the people he saved, and that was, well, safety. I feel as though this scene alone has a lot of impact, considering we literally seen a character do a fucking full 180 in the best written way possible. This scene alone taught us that it's okay to feel less superior, and that one day we will have our moment. We just have to work hard to achieve said moment that we're going after. Well, now that we have that sappy shit out of the way, let's talk about the orgasmic animation we got blessed with. We had multiple powerhouses in the staff list for this episode, such as Yutaka Nakamura, Yuki Hayashi, and many more. The episode was just fantastic from start to finish, and I can't thank Bones enough for giving us such a fantastic finale to such a fantastic season.